Hey, welcome back, Math Gurus. In this video, we're going to focus on equivalent fraction decimal percent. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. For our fraction, it's 1/4. So in other words, the part is 1, but the total is 4. So for the fraction model, it's already divided into 4 parts. So that means I'm going to shade in just one of them. Now, on the decimal model, it's a 10 by 10, meaning there's 100. I'm going to shade in 1 out of every 4, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up as an equivalent fraction. So my denominator is 4, however, I need my denominator to be out of 100. So 4 becomes 100 by multiplying it by 25. I'll multiply the numerator by 25. So that means I'm going to shade in 25. And so these are columns of 10. So I'm going to shade in 2 of them, which will be 20, and then I just need 5 more. Okay, now the nice thing about it is percent is out of 100, and you just set up an equivalent ratio the same way I did it with the decimal. And my percent is going to be 25% because percent is out of 100. I've already figured it out from the decimal grid. Okay, so for the next problem we're starting with the decimal grid, and then there's 2 columns, and each column is 10. So what that means is that's 20 out of 100. Okay, I do want to simplify that, and I can divide both of them by 20. And when I say both, I mean the top and the bottom, the numerator and the denominator. So it'd become 1 out of 5. So when I want to model my fraction, it's already divided into 5 parts, and I'm just going to shade in one of them. Okay. Now, since percent is out of 100 and our decimal grid is already out of 100 and there's 20 of them shaded, I know my percent is 20%. Okay, so for this one, we're given the fraction model. So we're shaded 1, and that's my part, but my total, since it's a 5 by 5, it's actually 1 out of 25. And so remember, this decimal is out of 100. So I know I'm supposed to shade 1 out of 25, but I don't have 25, I have 100. So that means equivalent fraction would be 1 over 25 is equal to something over 100. Well, 25 becomes 100 when you multiply it by 4. I'm going to multiply the numerator by 4, and that gives me 4. So that means I'm only going to shade in 4. And then since percent is out of 100 and this decimal grid is already out of 100, I know that it's just 4%. For our final example, we're given the percent, and so we know percent is out of 100. Our decimal grid is a 10 by 10, which is out of 100. So what that means is I need 7 either columns or 7 rows, and the reason I say 7 is because each one is 10. So this would be 70 out of 100, okay? But I'm going to simplify that, and I know they're both divisible by 10, my numerator and my denominator. So it just becomes 7 out of 10. So that means for my fraction model, I'm going to shade in 7. And then I'm done. Hopefully it helped you. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.